Namaste friends, hope you're all doing great today. Very soon, for the early detection of cancer in the rural region, Government of Karnataka is set to launch 8 new fully equipped pink buses under the Pink Bus project. The idea is very simple: to make sure early recognition and diagnosis of the cancer in the rural region. Especially when the name or the color pink is mentioned, it must be understood it will be specially for the women. And when we say women, they are one of those vulnerable sections, and also if it is running throughout in the rural region where accessibility of medical services, early detection or diagnosis is quite challenging. Of course, studies have shown if cancer is detected and diagnosed in the early stage, the chances of recovery is very high. Therefore, fully equipped 8 buses will travel throughout Karnataka, making sure for the patients or even otherwise, anybody can enter the bus, which is filled with doctors, experts, lab technicians and fully equipped lab for the collection of blood sample as well as for conduction of biopsy tests. Hence, anybody can recognize in the early stage or get to know with the basic symptoms whether or they are affected by the cancer. It is necessary that even without the physical conditions, through mammogram, it is quite effective to find the breast cancers. The chances of breast cancers, if found in the early stage, can be treated effectively. At the same time, through other tests, it can also be recognized whether the chances of cervix cancer is there or not. However, people has to go towards the van and get themselves checked. This is also quite a challenge that through health department that they need to begin awareness program, begin information broadcasting program so that people will come to know about such buses and also without fear, I repeat, without fear, they come with open mind to get tested, and also if found without getting panicked, those doctors in the bus will guide them. Surely they will guide them in tackling the disease at the early stage and defeating it. Already, state-run Kidwai Center of Medical Sciences, which is dedicated for oncology, is running 2 buses with the help of akka and also BEL. And these 8 buses will surely help in effective diagnosis or effective recognition of cancer throughout Karnataka. We already know that around 24 people in 1 lakh is quite affected with this cancer. At the same time, the number is increasing gradually. Now, recently, some reports suggest that the number is not just 24, it has increased to 36. So, these numbers rising is quite alarming. At the same time, morbidity rate of cancer is very high. Therefore, using the technologies of mammogram and other facilities provided by the state, it is necessary for every patient or even the suspected person who may feel that some sort of symptoms are detected or even otherwise getting tested through these vans, these buses will be very important in fighting the rising cases of cancer and also increasing the livability. Hence, in order to defeat the morbidity because of cancer, it is also important that medicines for cancers cost must be reduced, accessibility must be increased, and more generic drugs must be supplied, irrespective of intellectual property right claim and other aspects. However, at the regional level, at the district level, the cancer diagnosis and treatment centers must be improvised, infrastructure must be provided, health sector spending must go from around 2 to 3% to 6 to 7% bare minimum. Only then this chaos of cancer can be tackled by the government. And of course, if people are going through the private hospitals or private manners, the cost of medicines, treatment, tests, everything will go high, and it won't be very feasible for middle class or below the poverty line people to handle the stress, trauma, and they may succumb. in the process or rather than fighting this cancer. Hence, such steps by any government is a welcome move, but this small beginning must not stop there itself. This should be a starting step towards fighting such a large and very dark diseases like cancer. Hence, it is very important for us to cooperate with the state which is procuring these 8 buses through National Health Mission funding. At the same time, through Jan Arogya Yojana, which provides for secondary and tertiary care, it is also important that the infrastructure must be developed at the regional levels. Of course, Niti Aayog has mooted the idea for public-private partnership. It is also kind of good move when public funding is not coming up or when the infrastructure is not already available. However, this should not be considered as the comprehensive approach for the future. The changes must come in. State must take over the maximum service in the health sector. Only then people will be satisfied at the max and such diseases can be tackled. And cancer or TB, these are such rising diseases which must be tackled. Of course, we have a action plan for completely nullifying this type of TB, but cancer, nobody knows how to eliminate or eradicate. At the same time, it can be defeated at the individual level with the willpower and the necessary medications provided at the right time, and at the right time it is diagnosed and recognized. So even without the physical, I repeat, even without the physical developments, mammogram can detect the cases of breast cancer at the early stage and help fight the menace of cancer. Hence, let's hope probably in the year 2021, these procurement of 8 buses will be announced in the upcoming budget, and it must travel 8 buses traveling across Karnataka is quite a challenge. However, these number of buses must be increased. CSR funding can be one such way, and even otherwise, help of private funding can lead for the increase in the well-equipped buses or such sort of infrastructure in the early detection and diagnosis. Once again, hope this Project Pink buses will make a strong mark and will lead a lesson for other states to implement such sort of innovative ideas and projects for the early detection and fighting of cancer. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind. This is Shreyanka S. Ranade. Thank you.